Live from the Icebox Studio in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania, it's the Bill and Corey Show.
I'm Bill, and it looks like Corey's running a little late today, but that's a fun thing about being live, is sometimes stuff like that happens. So today we're going to talk about equipment for ammonia service. Ammonia is, I think we'll put up, ammonia is used a lot for fertilizers, and there's a lot of other processes that use ammonia. So you want to pop up the first graphic. So this is from our catalog pages, and it tells you that this is the cylinder specs for ammonia. It's got a vapor pressure 114 psi. And yeah, so you've got low vapor pressure. My God, this isn't working. Hold on. Yeah, it's working. Great, thanks. Yeah, so there's a variety of different cylinders you can use for ammonia. You want to pull that one down? Now, a lot of times when people think of ammonia, they think of like window cleaners. This little spray bottle here, and that actually has, yes, it's ammonia, but it's not ammonia gas. It's ammonia dissolved in water. It's ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH. So it's got an ammonia, and the ammonia pulls the hydrogen from the oxygen, and it's that extra H, and then there's the OH for the rest of that. So yeah, so this is primarily a cleaning agent using the alkaline products that help dissolve grease and grime. Okay, you want to pop up the next graphic? Okay, so ammonia, one of the hazards is that it's toxic. So this is the NIOSH component exposure limits to it. 25 ppm time weighted average, that's over a day. 25 ppm you're allowed to have. And the 300 is like really the dangerous level. One of the nice things about ammonia is that it has an odor threshold of 1 to 5 ppm. So you can smell it before it gets, before it kills you. That, it might be, you know, if the concentration is really that high, it might be a little bit too late. It does have, it does have flammability limits. I didn't put it up here. So there are some gases that are flammable, and it's typically, you take something like hydrogen, it's a low percentage, and it goes up to you know, really high levels. But ammonia has a really tight flammability level. It's between 16% and 25% concentration. So if it's above 25% concentration, well, it'll kill you, but it won't be flammable. Below 16, it's not going to explode either. Now, ammonia is also slightly corrosive, and it's in the presence of water, but it has material compatibility issues. You want to pop up the next slide? So here, this is from our catalog, our old paper catalog. You can find this online too. So ammonia there, it's good for stainless steel, Monel. You can see the nodes are brass, zinc, copper, kynar, which can be used as a seat in a regulator, or Viton, which is, Viton's a very popular seal, and it's compatible with a lot of gases, but for whatever reason, it's not compatible with ammonia. So there you'd switch to a Buna-N or a neoprene seal. And then, and you can take no graphics, just go straight to the screen. So the ammonia, it's, we saw before, it's got a vapor pressure. You want to determine the contents by weight. We'll talk about a little bit about gas detection for toxicity. We've got 3 different things to show you here. One is, these are very popular, Kitagawa tubes. They're, I should have brought a pump, I forgot to bring a pump along. But these are little glass tubes, and they're used with a hand pump. and they're popular in the poultry industry. So you have a lot of chickens, and you're going to find ammonia in urine. So you don't want all your chickens to die. So you need to check on that. So these are very popular in that industry. We've got our 8058, which is a multiple gas detector. It'll check all sorts of different hazardous gases, and it will detect ammonia. This is a handheld thing. It's great. You can dial in for ammonia, and it'll tell you the levels. Then we also have, I guess I should have taken this out of the box. If you're buying a gas cabinet from us, we would have a gas detector on it. So you have a gas cabinet, you got a panel inside, and we would have this gas detector would go on top of the cabinet, and yeah, it would tie in. It's got some sample things. It would tie into the duct, and you'd use this to determine toxicness of ammonia in your cabinet. So 3 types of things here. Obviously, you can't use this in the cabinet because you're going to have someone stand there with it, or the Kitagawa tubes. So this is the way to go. So, okay. And we need to use just a poof of smoke here. We got a mystery appearance coming up.
Whoa, oh, whoa, hey, I fell asleep over there.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully you didn't get hit with some ammonia.
No, I did not.
Oh, you missed the cleaning part.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
You can clean it, you can clean the desk.
I was writing an email.
Okay.
Time.
Got absorbed in an email.
I did.
Oh,
I did.
That's sad. But
No, that's an interesting
Okay.
email.
not that more interesting than the Bill and Corey show?
Well, it made me.
answer that question.
Well,
Okay. So ammonia, it's used as also used as a refrigerant. A lot of before they invented.
no, my senior design project for college was how to keep vaccines cold in places they don't have electricity. And we came up with ammonia. You heat the ammonia on one side, and oh my goodness, I'm gonna mess this up.
Yeah.
But it pressure draws the heat in to cool it, and
kind of like Mosquito Coast thing.
yeah, and they used to do it in refrigerators in America. You heat it up.
I think that was in the movie Mosquito Coast.
Was it?
That
Yeah, it's an
really
interesting thing.
Interesting, bizarre movie. But okay, so there's different cylinder connections, probably because ammonia was used a long time ago. Like you said, you can use it as a refrigerant thing. You don't need. You can just have it and it works.
You can cool things with a fire with ammonia. It's kind of weird to think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what you're doing.
Well, you do that. You can do that with propane. You have propane
Yes.
refrigeration too.
Same thing,
So
yes.
You just burn it and it gets cold.
Weird to think about.
You want to show some of the different. So what happens is, way back when, they had people would make their own cylinders and they'd make their own valves on there and they'd have different connections, proprietary probably in the beginning. So there's a lot of different connections for ammonia. This one here, which one? This is
This is 660.
660, and that's used for a lot for refrigerant gases. So that's a common one there. What else you got there?
You got the 705.
705. That's I don't even know. That's probably more popular for ammonia. I don't know. They're both big. They're both honking big.
So the question is, why do we need all these choices, Bill?
I don't know.
I know.
I think it's the racket, the self fittings. Then we've got here. This is. Well, show us the.
Oh yeah, so this is the 180.
CG 180.
You can't use a 170. Why? Or
It's corrosive.
yeah, so yeah.
So yeah, 180, and that's for what kind of small cylinder.
Yeah, the lecture bottles.
Yeah, if you had a honking big cylinder and you have a tiny little fitting.
So we want to carry around and give lectures to people.
Yeah.
You get one of those.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah, if you. Yeah, you want to be.
And this is a dis.
Maybe they'll call them Karen bottles.
Karen.
Okay. So you want now this one's specially wrapped, and we're not taking it out of there because it's super clean.
Yeah, and it's shiny. Like you don't want to, you get your fingerprint on that.
Electro polish.
Dis
DI
720.
wash. This.
Dis.
Interesting. 720. So it's like a 705.
And you see the notches right there.
It's got notches on there. If we had close up, we could show you.
This is how CGA fitting should have been designed from the beginning, if they could have thought of it. It
It's a little bit tougher to machine there. Can't
No,
put
I
that
meant
sucker
the
on a lathe.
I meant the notches and how they're all similar but just slightly different. I don't know.
And then you got This one is, geez, that's a CGA 240.
Looks like a nipple.
Yes, it does look like a nipple. So it's a different, it's an NGT, it's a different thread, and then the problem with this is if you have it on a pigtail or something, your pigtail's going to twist, or a regulator. But these are, you could find these on big tonner units and stuff, might have something like this. So yeah, you could screw that in. So that's kind of that's just about everything for it. So there's a lot of choices for ammonia.
And this guy is for.
That's the nut for
this
that
guy.
one.
Yeah.
You gotta have a nut.
You gotta have a nut.
Sometimes you feel like a nut,
And sometimes you don't.
But you need the nut for that.
You know what upsets me? Why don't they make the mounds with an almond? Why do I have to choose dark chocolate or almond? I want both.
You can.
I don't get it.
So Corey's going to be starting a new
Upsets me.
business making candy bars.
I just do. It's there. You could sell a ton.
Oh boy, America's problem solved today. Okay, so pressure regulators, we have a lot of things to show too. So we got, first thing we're going to show is, this is the 3610A series. This is not the right CGA for ammonia. This
Yeah,
is just-
don't look at that from far away and be worried.
Yeah. Pretend this is one of these fittings.
Hold on. I'll hold it up there. Hold it steady.
Yeah, hold it
There we go.
steady.
Just hold it steady. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's got the right fitting on
660,
now.
so it's going to stick out a little bit more. Yeah, so this is for ammonia. This is a
What kind is that? Is it
pneumonia.
I know. Oh, no. Oh, you said pneumonia. Oof. No, but what kind of regulator is this?
That's a tied diaphragm.
Tied
ring.
diaphragm.
So it gives a more positive seat.
Yeah, like a shoe. They got a thing in there and they tie it down.
Yeah. So, and that's suggested for toxic and corrosive.
How does a tied down? What is it? I mean, what does the positive thing do? How does it help you?
We should have had a graphic for that.
Well, we should have. Yeah.
We might have a separate show on tied diaphragms or something
Okay.
like that. Kind of explain how they work.
Because why can you just do a tied diaphragm
gives
instead of
you-
materials?
That gives you a more positive seal. So what it does is you have a little bit of corrosion. It just kind of crushes it. So it's just like being a little tighter crush on there. And cross purge to help
Dry it
because
out.
it's toxic. Well, yeah, dry it out, and also because you don't want to have be smelling the ammonia, and it's toxic.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you don't be smelling. And you'd already have warned them about mixing ammonia and bleach, right?
We need to, gotta know.
We got the Windex.
Windex there, or glass.
Oh, that was, I don't know why, but my big fat Greek wedding was her dad.
Oh yeah, they use that for everything. So, well, it is.
I mean, it really is all
It can
purple.
be. It's,
It can,
it's
yeah.
alkaline, so it's like a cleaning thing. So this is a. It's not going to kill the COVID virus. So, this is a 3450 series. It's.
That's a big one.
It's a big one. It's like the 3200, but it's got 1/4-inch ports, and it's a line regulator. So this is recommended for like your low vapor pressure gases.
And that's why
like
the
ammonia.
diaphragm's bigger, so you have more control over
Yeah.
the pressure.
Yeah, more control over the
And
pressure.
that's why it's bigger.
So we could, you want this? We could slap, but we would slap it on there. But
Not that crude, but.
we'd use, Teflon tape and make a nice connection and leak test it. Or we could put on a 660, 705. 180 is kind of silly because this would be heavier than a dozen bottles. It's really,
Well, that's why
Yeah,
put them in
or-
a hole. That's why we have the lecture
or if you have
bottle
a
holders.
disconnection there, we could do that. This would be kind of hard to do, 240, because you'd have to spin the regulator. It might end up like this or this or this.
You get halfway through, and like, all right, if I go back, it loosens too much. I can't.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
just,
crunch it
it's just
forward.
a bad idea.
Yeah,
But,
I always love that.
so yeah, and then we don't have a series name for this, but this is
This is a
special.
one of my favorites.
We've
actually.
talked about this.
We
before.
have.
We have one customer that used ammonia, and they wanted a 2-stage regulator. Why would you want a 2-stage regulator?
I mean, if you guys are fans and have watched previous episodes of the Billy and Corey show, you will know why we wonder why you need, dual stage for low pressure.
But it does give you. They must have really sensitive instruments to need this, and they're not. The customer's not stupid, so
Yeah.
It's really sensitive applications, so that when the cylinder goes liquid empty, you're not going to get any kind of little blip in there. So this one, the dual stage. Typically, dual stages are set at what pressure?
About 350.
Yeah, about 350. Well, that's way above ammonia.
Mm-hmm.
So the special one's set at 60.
60 psi. That's even a low regulator setting in general. Like that's
Yeah,
like
it really
you
is.
get a 15 and a 50 is like the two we two typically offer.
Yeah, so this only goes to 30 psi. They have a 30 psi gauge on it. So this is a lower pressure application, and it's got the dual. They love it, and then we started selling it on an online store at
Store.mathesongas.com.
and people love it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, we've gotten testimonials about it. Pictures sent in with them posing with it.
that'd be nice.
Oh, that would be cool. No, seriously, if you're listening to this, I want pictures with Matheson equipment. That would be fun, like people posing. No.
Yeah, maybe. We'll talk to digital marketing about something like that. So that's that for regulators, and we got other stuff too. You're thinking, oh boy.
Well,
you got 3 different regulators. You got 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 CGA fittings. Crazy. You got 3 regulators. A lot of gases. It's just like, I use a couple of regulators. Acetylene's like, I just use this one. Where are my? Oh, I'm sorry. The valves are in with it. So, oops, sorry. They're bagged up.
Uh-oh. Oh, yes.
We got some valves or some valve setups. There, you can talk about this.
I'll help you. I'll start taking this. I'll start taking this
You'd
out.
rather talk about that.
No, I
than-
would. Well, I don't. It doesn't matter. What is this? I don't even know what this is off the top of my
Okay,
head.
why don't you talk about this?
Well, go ahead. I'll figure it out.
Okay. This is a bag. So,
This is a
we
bag.
bag things up, keep them
Oh
clean.
yeah, I know what this guy is. Oh. It's the on-off.
Yeah.
On-off valve.
That's on-off valve. So if you
don't care what the pressure is.
if you got ammonia and you just want, hey, I need some ammonia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care the pressure. I just need it.
I need my ammonia.
I don't know what they're
I
doing.
know, I know. I was
whatever
just-
they're doing is like, we just, so you can, so you can control the flow. It's a little needle valve here.
Mm-hmm.
It's got multiple turns, a whole bunch there.
Hand might get tired. Take a
It's
break.
enough, you-
Take a break while turning.
I tell you, it's got enough turns, you're going to be wondering if the handle's broken. And it's got a compression fitting on the outlet, but it's got pipe thread, so
yeah.
1/4-inch
Yeah, you can put
MBT,
quarter-
so you
yeah.
can put in, you don't like compression fittings, you want
Want a VC?
You want a VCR fitting on there?
Yeah.
Don't do a hose
No.
bar. That's a bad idea.
Quick connect, maybe.
Quick, yeah, or something, or
Yeah.
I don't know what you have. Kind of 1/8 inch. You want to do 1/8 inch?
Or if you're from another country and you want like British
Oh,
or
you got 6 millimeter fitting.
6 millimeter, yeah.
8 millimeter.
8 millimeter.
You know, whatever else.
Whatever other millimeters
so
there
this
are.
is it. So these are popular for actually liquefied gases and stuff. If you're just trying to take, it's like, I want about 100 psi. You don't need a regulator if you're gonna.
For the janitor, he's got a cylinder in there. He needs to clean the bathroom.
No, you're not doing this to clean the bathroom. Whatever. You're charging up your system. Whatever. If you just need to get ammonia and need to regulate the flow. See how many turns does this have? So.
Is this the time to count the turns?
Yeah. 1 turn. 2 turns. Thanks for kind. 3 turns. 4 turns. 5 turns.
I mean, this is tense.
Wow. 6.
All right.
Think it's going to go more?
Is there a betting market for this?
Yeah, we should have. Oh, 6-ish.
6-ish.
6 turns.
Wow.
That's pretty good. So
I
you
was
can
going.
really
I was
regulate
thinking
the
8.
flow.
I was thinking 8 in my head,
had
but
no
I was a
idea.
little
I knew it
over.
was a lot. So yeah, 6 turns. So be patient when you're playing with this valve. So I think we covered all the equipment. Oh, we didn't even get into scales, but it's like.
Well, one of the things you can check to see real quick. One of the things. So typically you want to know how much you have left and stuff, and for lower pressure things or liquid gases, you can't really do it with pressure gauges. So we use scales instead. So that is, those liquid leaves, it gets lighter, and you can see how much is left in your cylinder.
Yeah.
On like switchovers, if you do a switchover type thing like that.
Typically, liquefied gas cylinders will have the tear weight stamped on there.
Yeah, yeah.
TW. It'll be TW, and I think they still do it in pounds. So it'll be like.
What about
say
maybe
TW
stones?
No, it's in pounds.
No, not stones.
I don't
Okay.
think they'll do kilograms, but we'll see. They might have changed over. So that's a lot of stuff, ammonia. So we're going to have to clean all this up, and that means not spraying it
And we didn't
with
even
ammonia.
get to we didn't even get to the other stuff over there. There's a little the detecting.
Oh, I did that before you got here.
Oh, I knew that.
So that's it for ammonia products. I think we kind of beat this one to death. So next week, we're going to talk about, what are we talking about? Leak detection.
Yeah, that's it. Leak detection. I was going to say gas detection.
So there's different ways to detect for leaks. And we're going to have, we're going to show probably 3 or 4 different ways of doing it. So one's really kind of a neat way of checking without any fancy instruments. And hopefully we'll bring a fancy instrument in here too.
A neat way of checking without fancy
So-
instruments. How is it neat without fancy instruments?
Well, it's kind of like one of those things. So tune in again next week for another live edition of the Bill and Corey Show.
Set your VCRs.